Children, let us continue the chapter quadrilateral. The exercise 2 is continued. Now the fourth question. ABCD is a trapezium in which AB parallel to DC, BD is a diagonal and E is the midpoint of AD. A is a line drawn through E parallel to AB intersecting BC at F. Show that F is the midpoint of BC. Here it is given that ABCD is a trapezium and AB parallel to DC. E is a midpoint of AD. E is a midpoint of AD and EF is a line drawn from the midpoint E of AD parallel to AB. So here EF is parallel to AB and E is a midpoint of AD. And what we have to prove here? We have to prove that F is a midpoint of BC. F is a midpoint of BC. Now let us consider the point of intersection of EF and DB, that is the point P. Let P is a point of intersection of EF and BD. So you write the solution here. Given, what is given? Given that ABCD is a trapezium. ABCD is a trapezium in which AB parallel to CD. AB parallel to CD and E is midpoint of AD. Midpoint of AD and EF parallel to AB and EF parallel to AB. EF parallel to AB. Let P is a point of intersection of DB and EF. DB and EF. Now here you take the triangle ABD and E is a midpoint of AD and EF is parallel to AB. So according to the converse of midpoint theorem, you can say that P is also the midpoint of BD. You know that the converse of the midpoint theorem says that line drawn through the midpoint of a side of a triangle parallel to the second side bisect the third side. So you take here in triangle ABC, ABP you take. In triangle ABD, we have E is a midpoint of AD and EP parallel to AB. EP parallel to AB. Therefore, you can say that here P is a midpoint of DP. Therefore, P is a midpoint of AB. That is, you can write, we know that. So, by the converse of midpoint theorem, what you can have here? P is a midpoint of DB. P is a midpoint of midpoint of DB. How is it? Because you know that if a line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to another side bisect the third side. That is according to the converse of midpoint theorem. If a line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to another side bisect the third side. So you got by the converse of midpoint theorem you got P is the midpoint of DB, and similarly you take in triangle DCB. In triangle DCB, in triangle DCB. Here you know that as EF is parallel to AB, EF is also parallel to CD because here AB parallel to CD. So you write in triangle DCB, PF parallel to DC, and P is a midpoint of DB. You proved P is a midpoint of DB. We proved it. DB and PF parallel to PF parallel to CD. Why PF parallel to CD? Because DC, AB are parallel. AB is parallel to EF. So here AB is parallel to EF and also AB is parallel to CD. Therefore CD must be parallel to EF. The two lines EF and CD are parallel to AB. Therefore CD and EF must be parallel to each other. Therefore you can take, therefore according to, so by the converse of midpoint theorem, P is a midpoint of BD. Converse of midpoint theorem, again you can have F is a midpoint of BC. F is a midpoint of BC. Got that? Here F is a midpoint of BC. Here it is given that EF is parallel to AB and also EF is parallel to CD. And in triangle ABD, here EF is parallel to AB, E is a midpoint of AD, means according to the converse of the midpoint theorem, you got that P is a midpoint of DB. By considering the triangle DCB as P is a midpoint of ADB and here PF is parallel to CD as it is parallel to AB, and it is according to the converse of the midpoint theorem, again you can have PF is here, F is the midpoint of BC you got here. In this way, according to the question, what is that question? Here as E is a midpoint of AD and F is the midpoint of B you got. F is the midpoint of BC you got. Now the fifth question. In a parallelogram ABCD, E and F are the midpoints of sides AB and CD respectively. Show that the line segments AF and EC trisect the diagonal BD. It is given that ABCD is a parallelogram, E is a midpoint of AB and F is a midpoint of BC, and we have to prove that the line segment AF and EC trisect the diagonal BD, that you have to show here. Means P divides DB in the ratio 1:3, and also we have to show that Q divides DB in the ratio 1:3. Now let us write what is given here. Given ABCD is a parallelogram Write the solution. Given ABCD is a parallelogram, ABCD is a parallelogram. E and F are the midpoints of sides AB and CD respectively. E and F are the midpoints of the sides, AB and CD respectively. AB and CD respectively. What you have to prove here? AF and EC trisect the diagonal BD. We have to prove that AF and EC trisect the diagonal DB. Now here, as ABCD is a parallelogram, you know that AB is parallel to CD and also AB equals DC, because opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal and parallel. Now also you know that AE is parallel to FC and AE is also half of AB and DC. Similarly, AF is also parallel to EC and EQ parallel to AP and EP parallel to CQ, AE parallel to FC and also AE equals FC. Now let us take here. So you write, as ABCD is a parallelogram, as ABCD is a parallelogram, AB parallel to DC, AB parallel to DC and AB equals DC, AB equals DC, because they are the opposite sides of parallelogram. They are opposite sides of parallelogram. Opposite sides of parallelogram. So here AE is also parallel to FC. A is also parallel to FC and also you know that AE equals FC and they are half of AB, half of DC. Here as AE and FC are the half of the equal sides, so you can have that AE equals FC, you write. So you write, therefore AE parallel to FC, AE parallel to FC and also AE equals FC, because they are half of AB and half of DC, as half of AB equals half of DC. Here AE is half of AE and FC is half of DC. So halves of equals are equal. As AE parallel to FC, AE equals FC. Here AE CF is a parallelogram. Therefore you write AE CF is a parallelogram. AECF is a parallelogram and also here AF parallel to EC, AF parallel to EC, as AECF is a parallelogram. Here you got that. Therefore, you can say that AF is parallel to EC. This implies, therefore, you can say that this implies EQ is parallel to AP. Here, as AF and EC are parallel, EQ is also parallel to AP, and CQ is parallel to PF. CQ is parallel to PF. Therefore, you can say that implies EQ parallel to AP, because EQ is a part of EC, as EQ parallel to AF, the part of EC and AF are also parallel. And you write, and FC parallel to CQ, and FP parallel to CQ. So, in triangle BAP, E is the midpoint of AB, and EQ parallel to AP. E is the midpoint of AB, and EQ parallel to, here you have taken in triangle BAP, E is the midpoint of AB, and EQ parallel to AP. So, Q is the midpoint of BP. So, Q is also the midpoint of BP. So, you can take Q is the midpoint of BP, that is according to converse of midpoint theorem, that is by the converse of midpoint theorem, by the converse of midpoint theorem. So, therefore, you can say that, therefore, BQ equals PQ, as Q is a midpoint of BP. Here you will get BQ equals PQ. BQ equals PQ. Consider this is the first one. Here what you have to prove? Q is the trisecting point of BD, and also P is the trisecting point of BD. So here you proved PQ equals BQ. Again, you have to show that DP equals PQ. If you proved DP equals PQ equals QB, then P and Q becomes the point of trisection of the line DB. Next you take the triangle DQC. In triangle DQC, you know that F is a midpoint of CD. F is a midpoint of CD, and also FP parallel to CQ. FP parallel to CQ and FP parallel to CQ. FP parallel to CQ. Therefore, you can have, so P is also the midpoint of DQ. So, P is the midpoint of DQ. Then you will get PQ equals DP, or DP equals PQ, that is according to the converse of midpoint theorem. Here that is converse of midpoint theorem. Converse of midpoint theorem. Converse of midpoint theorem. So here you have to, from first you got that BQ equals PQ, and from second you get here, this is second, from second you got that dP equals PQ. So here therefore you can say that PQ equals dP equals what? BQ you will get. So from first and second, from first and second you can write BQ equals PQ equals PD or dP. So you can say that P and Q are the point of trisection of the line dP, or here P and Q are the point of trisection of the diagonal dB. Here this is proved with the help of the midpoint theorem and its converse. Here it is given that E and F are the midpoints of AB and CD. So here you proved that AE equals FC and AE also parallel to BC, and as E is a midpoint of AB in the triangle ABP, applied the converse of midpoint theorem, and here also in triangle CDQ, as P is a midpoint of DC and PF is parallel to QC, applied the converse of the midpoint theorem, and you got that here dP equals PQ equals BQ. So P and Q are the trisecting point of the diagonal DB. Therefore you write CE and AF, CE and AF trisect the diagonal BD. Trisect the diagonal BD. Now the sixth question, show that the line segments joining the midpoints of the opposite sides of a quadrilateral bisect each other. Here ABCD is a quadrilateral and P, Q, R and S are the midpoints of AB, BC, CD, AD, and here what you have to show that the line segment joining the midpoints of the opposite sides of a quadrilateral bisect each other. Means here S and Q are the midpoints joining the opposite sides AD and BC, and P and Q are the line joining the midpoints of the opposite sides AB and DC. We have to show that SQ and PR bisect each other. SQ and PR bisect each other means O is the midpoint of SQ and O is also the midpoint of RP. That you have to show SO equals OQ, RO equals OP is to be proved here. Now you take here what is given, note on that solution given here, which is a quadrilateral. ABCD is a given quadrilateral. ABCD is a quadrilateral. PQRS. P, Q, R and S are the midpoints of the sides AB, BC, CD, DA respectively. Midpoints of AB, BC, CD and DA respectively. What we have to prove here? We have to prove that SO equals OQ, RO equals OP. Here you know that diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. If you proved that PQRS is a parallelogram, if you proved PQRS is a parallelogram, PR and SQ are the diagonals of PQRS and diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So here you can say that SO equals OQ, RO equals OP and the line joining the midpoints of the quadrilateral ABCD bisect each other. That is, line joining the midpoints of the opposite sides of the quadrilateral bisect each other. That can be shown here. Now here to prove that PQRS is a parallelogram, we have to show that a pair of opposite sides are equal and parallel is to be proved here. So let us prove here SR equals PQ and SR is also parallel to PQ by using the midpoint theorem. Now you take the triangle ADC. In triangle ADC, SR is a line joining the midpoints of AD and DC respectively. SR is a line joining the midpoints of AD and DC respectively. Therefore you can say that SR is parallel to AC, SR parallel to AC and SR equals half AC. The reason is here, consider this is the first and the reason is midpoint theorem. Midpoint theorem. Then here again you take the triangle ABC. Here PQ is a line joining the midpoints of the sides AB and CB respectively. So PQ is parallel to AC and also PQ is half of AC. So you take in triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, consider the triangle, this triangle. In triangle ABC, here PQ is a line joining the midpoints of AB and BC, AB and BC respectively. Therefore you can have that PQ is parallel to AC and PQ equals half AC. Consider this is the second. The reason is same reason, that is midpoint theorem. Midpoint theorem. Therefore from first and second, here you got that opposite sides are equal and parallel. So PQRS is a parallelogram. Therefore you write from first and second. From first and second, you can say that PQRS is a parallelogram. Why it is a parallelogram? In a quadrilateral, if a pair of opposite sides are equal and parallel, then it is a parallelogram. Reason you write in a quadrilateral, if a pair of opposite sides are equal and parallel, then it is a parallelogram. In this way, got that PQRS is a parallelogram, and in parallelogram, diagonals bisect each other. Here, SQ and RP, SQ and PR are the diagonals of the parallelogram PQRS, and they bisect each other. PR and SQ are the diagonals of the parallelogram PQRS are the diagonals of a parallelogram PQRS. We know that diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Therefore, here you can say that SO equals OQ and RO equals OP, and therefore here diagonals bisect each other. O is the midpoint of both SQ and RP. Therefore, you can say that the question, according to the question, the line segment joining the midpoints of the opposite sides of a quadrilateral bisect each other. Here, SO equals OQ means O is the midpoint of SQ, and RO equals OP means O is the midpoint of PR. Therefore, SQ and PR bisect each other. Therefore, here you proved that the line segment joining the midpoints of the opposite sides of a quadrilateral bisect each other. So you write, therefore, the line segments joining opposite sides of a quadrilateral bisect each other. ABC is a triangle, right angled at C. A line through the midpoint M of hypotenuse AB and parallel to BC intersect AC at D. Show that first one, D is the midpoint of AC. Second one, MD perpendicular to AC. Third one, CM equals MA equals half AB. Here it is given that triangle ACB is a right angle triangle, and angle C, that is angle ACB, equals 90 degree, and M is the midpoint of AB. MD is drawn parallel to CB. MD is drawn parallel to BC. Here we have to show that D is the midpoint of AC, and also MD perpendicular to AC, and CM equals MA, both of them are equals to half AB. Now here let us write the solution. So in triangle ABC, angle ACB equals 90 degree. Angle ACB equals 90 degree, and here M is the midpoint of AB. M is the midpoint of AB, and MD is a line drawn parallel to BC, and also it is given MD is parallel to BC. According to the converse of midpoint theorem, you can say that D is also midpoint of EC, because the line drawn to the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to the second side bisect the third side. Therefore, D is the midpoint of AC. Midpoint of AC. Reason, because of converse of midpoint theorem. Converse of midpoint theorem. So you got the first one, that is D is the midpoint of AC. To prove second one, MD perpendicular to AC, here we have to show that angle ADM equals 90 degree. Here it is given that DM is parallel to BC and AC becomes the transversal of DM parallel to BC. So here angle ADM must be equals to angle ACB, as they are corresponding angles made by the transversal AC of DM parallel to BC. As angle ACB is 90 degree, angle ADM is also 90 degree. That you can get like this way. So you write, to prove second one, you write DM parallel to BC and AC is a transversal. AC is a transversal. AC is a transversal. AC is a transversal. Therefore, you write angle ADM equals angle ACB. That is, they are the corresponding angles. They are corresponding angles. Here, as angle ACB equals 90 degree, angle ADM equals 90 degree. Angle ADM equals 90 degree. Therefore, you can say that DM is perpendicular to, here what you have to prove, DM is perpendicular to AC, or MD is perpendicular to AC. Second one you got. Next, here what you have to show? You have to show that CM equals MA equals half AB. So here you know that M is the midpoint of AB, means AM is half of AB. But we have to prove that CM is also half of AB. CM equals AM equals half of AB. So now let us take the triangle ADM and CDM. Here you know that ADM and CDM are equals to 90 degree, and AD equals CD as D is a midpoint, and DM equals DM common side. So by using SA's congruence rule, you can say that the two triangles ADM and CDM are congruent. Therefore you write third one, in triangle ADM and triangle CDM, you write AD equals CD, because D is a midpoint, we proved it. D is a midpoint. D is a midpoint. And also you can write that DM equals DM, or angle you write first. Angle ADM equals angle CDM. Both are equals to 90 degree, because we proved that DM is perpendicular to AC. DM is perpendicular to AC. And also here DM equals DM, that is common side. DM equals DM, that is common. DM equals DM, common. And also therefore you can write, therefore triangle ADM is congruent to triangle CDM. Triangle ADM is congruent to triangle CDM according to SAS congruence rule. According to SAS congruence rule. According to SAS congruence rule, you got it. So you can say that CM equals AM. CM equals AM, you write. CM equals AM. And you know that here AM equals BM. AM is half of AB, because M is a midpoint. As M is the midpoint of AB, it is given that M is a midpoint of AB. You know that AM equals half of AB. AM equals half of AB. That is both AM and BM are half of AB. You write AM equals BM equals half of AB. Here if you consider, this is the first one. This is the first one. And this is the second one. From first and second. From first and second, what you can write here? CM equals AM equals half AB. CM equals AM equals half AB. You got the third one also. And that exercise is completed here. And also the chapter quadrilateral is also completed.